Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Esports Tonight show. My name is Caden Dunstan. I am the Vice President of Operations here in EBREL. Today, I'm here with Isaiah, our president.
Hello, I'm Isaiah Ones, as he said. I'm president of EBREL.
And today, we will be interviewing Will Burris, who is our three-time Super Smash Bros. High school champion. Will Burris, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm William Burris. I go to Baton Rouge High, and I've been doing Smash Bros. Since the very beginning of EBREL, and I'm really grateful for this opportunity, and I'm here hopefully to maybe support it even after I end up leaving EBREL.
All right. So, Will, when did you first start playing Super Smash Bros.?
All right. Well, when I first started playing Super Smash Bros., it was actually on a Christmas day, actually. What happened is I had a Switch since the very first launch, and I was looking for fun games to play. And really, I had most of the games I wanted. So I was thinking, what's a game I think I would like? I never tried out a Super Smash Bros. Game, quite frankly, but I thought I was really interested in it from the very beginning. So I asked for a Christmas Day. I opened it up on that day, and ever since I opened it, I fell in love with it, and I I do it competitively now, and I can plan on keep doing it in the future.
All right. So,
Nice.
speaking competitively, you want to say something? Of course.
All right. So in the competitive sense, how exactly you shifted to the competitive side? Because casual play competitive, two different things. So what initiated that spark of interest to play competitive in esports, especially in Smash Bros?
Let's see. Well, it was really like it wasn't sudden. I didn't really decide one day I'm gonna start playing competitively. It was more of like a shift and it's like opportunities that presented itself. Um, at my school, there was actually a Smash Bros. Club which had gift cards. You would win, you get a gift card since you couldn't do actual money. You would get gift cards for winning those esports events. And I joined the club because I was interested in Smash Bros. And I was wanted to meet some like-minded people who also enjoyed the game. But with that time, I really forced myself to get better because, quite frankly, when I first started off playing against people, it wasn't good. But I kept practicing online, trying to get better, and over time, I just naturally got more competitive and rose to the top of my school and became even the Smash Bros. President in junior year. But I don't do it anymore.
All right. So, talking as someone else who plays Super Smash Bros., who was your main character for all the people out there wondering?
I played Game and Watch, but I picked up different characters I had. I first actually started out playing Mario because that's the only character I had unlocked. But quite frankly, how I picked up Game and Watch is not by a tier list. It's actually the second character I picked up because, quite funnily enough, when trying to unlock all the characters on Smash Bros., the character that beat me the best, and I did not enjoy playing against, was the CPU Game and Watch when I was first playing the game. I said, this character seems pretty good. I'm gonna play him. Not because I saw tier list or anything, but he looked wacky and he looked funny to me. So I picked him up, not knowing that he would get me this far.
All right. And we know that winning a one championship is very tough here in EVR. But as somebody who won three, what can we tell you about your experience doing all that?
Um, with with the winning championships, honestly, I focus on mostly obviously winning is great, but it's mostly focusing on how much you enjoy the game because you're not gonna get better if you really just force yourself. You gotta enjoy the game, and then when you're practicing, it'll just feel like something natural. Like they say, you won't feel like you're forcing yourself to practice. You enjoy it. So if you enjoy the game, you'll just keep getting better and just naturally. And that's I was able to skyrocket and hope from when I first picked it up. And I feel like if you want to like win the championship, you really have to put in like your work. And I recommend like possibly focusing on one character or just like understanding or like just one or two so you can focus your energy and understand the fundamentals behind a certain character. And that's how you progress in the game.
All right. Now, after you won your first championship, how did that pressure going into these second and third ones make you feel?
Um, After going to the first one, I had a lot of nerves going to the first championship. I only qualified on the last. I remember only qualifying on the last qualifier for EBREL in sophomore year, which was almost 3 to 2 years ago, which is crazy. But I was really nervous. Didn't know what to expect. as I only still played for like a year, but I was grateful, and I think everyone I played against played really well, and but I feel like you get the point you start getting like more confident in your abilities, and so I feel like the nerves wears off, and going into second and third one, I have to say, even if it would be a hard match, if you have more confidence in yourself, you always can keep a level mind. So I feel like going to second and third one compared to the first one, I feel like I have more of the level head.
All right. And were there really any particularly challenging opponents that you've come across in your years?
Um, I have to say, I have to give it to my most recent person who won the finals, Logan. I feel like he was a trained really well, and I noticed that he learned a sword character and how he learned to play more patiently. That honestly gave me a little bit of trouble doing it, and I have to honestly say it made me worried for a while how it would go. But he's a really good opponent, and I have to say I give it to him. And as well as Montiel and both William, they're really good players, and I really hope that they're able to grow as players as well in the future.
All right. Now, during the third championship, was there any moment that really had you like on your nerves, on your toes there?
Um, well, I feel like the one that was the closest was definitely the most recent one, the third championship, because I feel like I really had to change up how I played to accommodate for how we did. Because I'm pretty sure, but I've been playing a lot in esports, and I have to say that most people think it's a lot the same for the character I play. So, but you always gotta change it up or play differently to adapt to other people. So you have to always think about how you're playing and how they perceive you. You can't just think I'm always gonna do this. You gotta think how will my opponent react to this, and that's the mindset you have to keep while playing. If you play like one, two characters or like don't have much counter pick options.
All right, that's very good from you. Now I know Isaiah wanted to ask some questions as well from you.
Mhm. All right. So first, let's ask this: as a student, how do you balance the time commitment of competitive gaming with your studies, social life, and potentially other extracurricular activities or work? Because you know that gaming is not the only thing we do in life, and there's extra things you have to do. So tell us how you get through that.
Well, one great thing about games is not only games are just like things for you to have fun with, a lot of people also have fun with games. So, esports, Smash Bros. Club, and all this was a good social opportunity for me, and it also let me expand the people I go against in Smash Bros. So not only was I like being better at the game, I also made some friends socially, and I'm really appreciative of them. And really important to mostly focus on other things in your life too as well because like while getting esports, well, you gotta keep if you want to get burnout from doing the same thing over and over, you can get burnout from anything. So it's good to take a break sometimes and focus on maybe like learning new hobbies or keeping other things. So I try to manage it. And when I feel like I need to go practice or when I feel like I'm doing too much, I make plans and I do it. And you just gotta consider other things you do. It's just really balanced.
Nice. Okay. On to our next one. What do your friends, family, and professors think about your competitive gaming success? I mean, seriously, you won three times in a row for the Smash Bros. Competition for the past 3 years. So how do they respond to it, especially the each time?
Well, well, I have to say, they're extremely proud, but they're also looking, where's the scholarship money for esports? And I'm like, I'll probably see about joining. I'll see about joining LSU. I'll see how that goes. Maybe help me cover a little bit on tuition. But the notoriety, they appreciate the notoriety it gave me, and they're happy that something I've been doing for quite a long time, playing games since I was really young, which I still am young, but younger, really meant something in my future. And not many people think games can really bring people together, but it really can.
All right, I'm gonna get to my last two questions. Until I hand it back to Kaden. Do you find that skills you've developed through the gaming, like problem solving, quick thinking, and composure and pressure, considering how Smash Bros. Is as a game, help you in your studies or any areas in life?
I feel like games allow for like allows for a lot of problem solving, honestly. Let's say when you think about, let's in Smash Bros, let's say you think about how you're going to get your opponent. Um, you always can't, you can't always one way to tackle a problem. And Smash Bros is a good way to show you that. There's different ways to approach neutral, there's different ways to ledge trap, there's different ways to do different things in the game. But the decisions you make on the spot really helps you adapt to how the world is. Everything's not going to be the same. There's going to be quick decisions you have to make. But I feel like games and honestly most things allows you to get more experience and really gives you a place to really think about how where to come from in like life. So in Smash Bros, not only Smash Bros, but like Zelda, you'll have those opportunities to have puzzles which you can solve in the games and therefore help you in life as well.
Nice. A little bit jumping out of there, but looking back, what's the biggest lesson you learned from the competitive Smash Bros journey so far?
The biggest lesson is was it there's always going to be competition. I was like, quite frankly, I was even though I was it took like 3 games against Logan at the beginning of the qualifiers. I didn't think I had to practice as much, quite frankly, but I played a little bit before, of course, the tournament, but I feel like I could have practiced more. I could have went better. So I really need to keep a level head and remember, especially going to LSU and further esports, that there could be more competition. And instead of being a big fish in a small pond, it's gonna be a small fish or just normal in that sense at least.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head back to Caden. Take it away, man.
All right. So when it comes to, let's say, training and stuff, what do you do for it? Because I know you talk about how you know your opponents like to practice a lot. What do you do at practice?
Um, was it? I don't have many people who play Smash Bros in my family, so I'm not even playing like in person much. But I play sometimes in like Smash Bros Club. That's the way I practice, but it's not as often. So most of the time I spend it playing online. Um, but online, Smash Bros is notorious for having a lot of lag. So it's good to have like an Ethernet cable or something to try to prevent it to give you the most active experience of playing in person. And that's how I'm able to get my practice and learn my fundamentals as a character and think about what would and let you get the experience and think about how people would react to certain things you do with your character. That's why it's good to play one character so you can understand how they work and people interact with it.
All right. So, how do you prepare for your tournaments? Is there like a certain thing you do to get ready?
Mm, not really, but I mostly just practice. I really just like what I mostly do is go online, practice, but I also make sure I warm up beforehand. Like sometimes I go into training mode and like practice my combos beforehand and make sure that maybe before even the tournament happens, I go on the actual system I have and test how what the latency is, how like the controls will feel different because sometimes you may notice playing on your own console and playing on different consoles does feel slightly different each time. So you got really got to understand what you're playing on rather than jumping right in because it's good to just study your controls and test it out for a little while. And that's how and keeping a level head and trying to really mentally prepare is what I do before I do these tournaments.
Now, you've won all these tournaments. Is there like some sort of prize you want to show everybody that you've gotten from all that?
Um, all right. I have courtesy of EBREL and Jeffrey for creating this. Um, he I was this year I won the 2024-2025 CAEL Capital Area Esports belts for high school division. And um I won 3 other ones as well as they did the same thing for other when the game first began. So at least for this year, I won the CAEL as it was originally EBREL, but they changed it to CAEL for the high school division. I won this year.
All right. So to start wrapping things up, looking back, what's the biggest lesson you've learned from competing in Smash Bros and EBREL?
That there's really opportunities for almost anything you have. Like, most people, this esports is a relatively new thing, honestly. It only happened pretty recently but just like any other sport, it can be enjoyed to watch, play, and to watch it as well. But I feel like there's opportunities for everyone out there. It's not just esports, but possibly playing an instrument, like learning a new hobby, or even just like even drawing. There's always something for someone, and if enough people enjoy it, people watch and support you. And I'm extremely grateful for this opportunity at esports.
All right. Well, to close things out, is there anything you'd like to say to all the incoming Smash Bros. Players from maybe elementary or from middle school and stuff?
I won't be there. That's why you don't have to worry about William being in the finals. And you also try your best and enjoy the game first and foremost. That's where it's at.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. This has been us talking to Will Burris, our three-time champion who is graduating this year. We will be missing him so much, but we hope he has very good success here in college.
Yes. And also think on people enjoying themselves freely from his reign. All right.
All right. Thank you for watching the Esports Night Show. We'll see you in the next one.
You have a nice night.